Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play UFO Aftershock. Right, let's move over. Mission. Ah, darn. Darn! If that would have been so simple. Nuts. I have to wait until I make contact with the bastards. Alright, fine. Britain it is. They are asking for help from mutants. Let's see, we are set for the moment. You know what? Close range is good. That's fine. Have a deagle. I don't want to waste any more of my precious power cells. Your skills are average. That uses the same power. Darn. Well, let's get going. Alright, objective. I need to escort them. Right, they're following David, so we can stay.
Orders, Commander.
Ready.
You can snap.
Yes, sir.
You can snap.
Standing by.
You can snap. The rest of you stay. Unsnap.
Orders, Commander. Right. Here we go.
Ammo. Right. I need to bring the civilians over.
Done.
To...
What's next?
Where is it? Over to there.
On my
Make
way.
sure that the route is safe.
What now?
Yes, sir.
Hello, I'm
You're
relying
waiting
Orders, Commander.
instructions.
What do you want me to do now?
I see one.
Right, so it's just regular mutants.
Good to go. Moving out. Kiss 'em goodbye.
Orders, Commander. Heading out.
Task completed.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's just nasty. That was a critical hit, wasn't it? Yeah, critical hits.
Good to go.
You know, I did say snapshot. I didn't say just shoot
I
next
read.
to it.
Are you kidding?
Yes, sir. Right.
Relocating.
Here we go.
There's one.
You? Not a muck star, darn.
Copy.
Heads up.
Muck stars galore. Alright.
Ready, sir. Heading out.
Ready.
Yes, sir. Targeting enemy.
I read. Engaging
Ready,
enemy.
sir. Yes, sir.
Repositioning.
Ready, sir.
On my
Relocating.
way.
Here they come.
Oh, Brain Man. Oh, that's fine.
What?
I see one.
Mortal Man. Alright, Mortal Man might be more of a problem.
Copy.
Look out!
Not a Brain Man.
What now?
Right, let's
Here
try
I go
to
again.
steer away from that.
I read.
Yes, sir.
Alright, Ramiro, you go stand over
Copy.
there. Veer. Drop back. Fall back, rather.
Done.
Knowledge, yeah,
What's next? Here they come.
Flatster.
Orders, Commander.
Well, I'm
I
done.
can't see the
Awaiting
target.
instructions.
I've got him.
I read. Target acquired.
Yes, sir.
Good to go.
Ready, sir. Targeting enemy.
Done. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Here.
Copy.
Right, he's dead. I'm not seeing anything else over here.
What?
You start bringing the people over.
Yeah, I'm going.
Stay down.
Orders, Commander.
What do you want me to do now?
I read.
And we're done. Good. Hey, London is ours. Good. Well, we already know that there's psionics there. Oh, damn, I need to wait for the base. Istanbul has a great psionics lab. Carry on. Right, that should allow us to get some more research done. Let's get the device up. No, actually. 9 days though. Well, might as well get started. We'll build more Psi labs as time goes on. Alright, London is active. Let's track up. Hey, we successfully researched the Earth politics. The current political situation on Earth is complex, to say the least. The alien attack somehow triggered large-scale mutations among the surviving life forms and their progeny. In humans, for example, we have observed 2 widespread recurring mutations, and the factions afflicted by these mutations, the psionics and the cyborgs, have split off to form their own separate societies apart from the normal humans. The psionic mutation seems to occur only in females. Preliminary studies suggest that the mutation may be fatal to males, causing them to die prior to birth. The mutation manifests... that skips a little bit too much. The mutation manifests both as greatly enhanced psionic power and a marked increase in susceptibility to psionic attacks. Over time, psionics have designed and built special equipment to further enhance their psionic capabilities. Cyborg mutation manifests only in males, although the basic genetic traits seem to be passed down from the maternal parent. Those who possess the cyborg mutation have extreme immune response to mechanical and electronic implants. The central nervous systems are also extremely adaptive and responsive to silicon-based hardware. Psionics and cyborgs are infertile. All are born amongst the normal human populace. When either mutation is detected in a child, the child is generally cast out of the settlement to fend for itself until it either dies or finds a community of similarly afflicted people among whom it can live without persecution. There are also cases where psionics or cyborg children are killed outright, and cases where psionics and cyborgs have raided normal villages in search of members of their kind. The relations between the 3 human variants are strained at best and often overtly hostile. The 3 factions are not nations per se, but separate communities united by common characteristics. They have no central government, nor do the individual factions inhabit contiguous territories. Nevertheless, communities belonging to each faction maintain some form of communication among their divergent villages. Thus, their collective view of global issues tends to be unified. It is in our best interest to cooperate with all three human groups. A unified front is always strongest, and the special abilities exhibited by the two mutant groups could be advantageous in our efforts to reclaim the planet. However, we must be careful to not show favor for one group over another. In doing so, we could risk making enemies of the other groups. Apologies if I pause there, the overlay is in the way. And I can't remember the hotkeys to switch it over. Alright, we can now research reconciliation. Oh, sweet. Which I think is again more important than the reticulan language. Yeah. Right, medical factory floor plans are done, so now we can start with the autopsies. Right, so London is online. Is it? No, it's not yet. Alright, we've got a technician in the group. I don't want him to be a medic. You be a better cyborg, please. And Ron, be a better technician. You're in sick bay for another hour. Well, we can wait for that. In the meantime, do we have any dresses? Yep. One more piece of armor. Istanbul has finished its college. Good. We finished the production of the jet propulsion lab. Carry on. So we have another piece of research. Alright. So we can increase the landing craft capacity, which we do want. And then we have to decide whether or not we want Laputa to have a longer range or faster speed. Well, let's start with the landing craft capacity. Well, there's arguments for both, but generally the range would only be important if I had to redeploy quickly within a smaller area, rather than all across the globe, which is much more likely, so I think I'll take the speed next. And we're almost done with the assault rifle blueprints, that would be so nice. Alright, so London is now ready for getting a school. Let's see if we cannot finish building up Iberia. Right, so Ron can now train. Eric can come in. And no weapons yet, so let's get going. Alright, can I produce any rifles? Yes, we can produce the HK-33 assault rifle, or the AK-47 assault rifle, or the XM8 assault rifle. Well, let's get one of each. I'll probably get XM8s for the lot. So let's produce 4 of those. Again, I just want to make sure that everything has a green dot so I know I have one of them. Similarly with the grenades. I don't need more ammo for that just yet. Can't save any more missions. Let's see if I cannot get nuns. Fighting off reticulans that plague the region. Right? Well, we have the right weapons for it. I don't have any other weapons, so let's just launch. Ah, God. Base mission.
Ready, sir. Yes, sir.
Again, it's not that base missions are particularly
Copy.
hard, it's just that they take time.
Ready, sir.
Here I go again.
Relocating.
Yeah, I'm
Next.
going.
Which way?
Heading out.
Repositioning.
Yes, sir. Targeting enemy.
I read.
Let's get all the way to the ground floor. Yeah, we're not running this gauntlets.
Ready, sir.
Here I go again.
Over there.
Standing by. I read. Negative.
Done.
Ready,
What's
sir.
next?
I'm going.
Luckily, reticulans are pushovers.
Right. Here we go.
Again,
What now?
I was worried I forgot to bring anyone with a medipack.
Yeah, I'm going.
Heading out.
Awaiting
orders,
instructions.
Right. Here we go. Ready, sir.
There you go.
Relocating.
Here we go.
Alright, let's check the area out. We have the rooms over here. We have rooms over here. We have 2 levels. Now the game is lying to me. There's only 1 level. Well, that'll make things easy-ish. Alright, let's check over this
I'm
Right.
going.
Here we go.
Hala. Paula, if you hear any reticulans, please.
Done.
Awaiting
What's
instructions.
Heading out.
Repositioning.
I see one.
Alright, that works too.
Yes, sir. Here they come.
Standing by. Relocating. Engaging enemy. Negative.
Ready, sir.
Heading out.
Repositioning.
Here we go.
So, what now?
Heading
Here I go
out.
again.
Alright, this side is clear.
Task
it.
complete.
What's
Next.
next?
Back to
Here
the
we go.
center.
Orders, Commander?
Your
So,
orders,
what
Commander.
Instructions.
Yes, sir. Right. Here we go. Ready, sir.
There's the little freak.
Alright, we found one.
I read.
Did it. Next? Where did that scumbag go?
Now that's
I see one. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Heading out.
he's got some bigger weapon.
Ready, sir. Targeting enemy.
That route is
I've
impossible.
aborted the attack.
Standing by.
You can
Ready,
stop
sir.
shooting.
That presents a problem.
Orders, Commander?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Targeting enemy.
I read.
He is dead.
He's moved out of range.
Alright, easy enough. Ooh, launcher, nice. And we picked up another base. Sweet. Or another territory. So now our production is positive again. Oh, but that'll have to do for this time. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.